All right, welcome back. So in this lesson, we're going to actually be crafting your statement of value. If you recall, this is kind of that 1 or 2 sentence summary that really distills down the value that you bring to the marketplace, the reason that you deserve to exist, and really the reason that you deserve to win. But before we get to actually crafting the statement of value itself, I want to kind of just briefly again touch on the difference between a statement of value and unique selling proposition. Because a lot of times people get confused with this. And when I tell them, okay, what's the value that you bring? Right? I'll ask this a lot of times to clients or, just to colleagues, people, especially if they're saying like, we should be winning. Like, why is the competition beating us? And just, business owners getting kind of meh. I'm like, okay, so let's get back to it. Like, what is that value that you really bring? And they'll go and they'll talk about why their product is different, right? What makes them unique? And that comes from this whole world of the unique selling proposition. We've all been taught that we need to have a unique selling proposition. We need to have a USP. We need to have that key differentiator in the marketplace. And what I found is that the marketplace doesn't actually care about what makes you different. They don't necessarily care about what makes your product or service unique. What they want to know is, what value does it bring to them? Right? What's the value that product or service brings to their life? And so that's what we're talking about with the statement of value. The statement of value says, hey, this is what we have to offer you. This is the value that we bring. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be unique. And I find this really interesting. And I've been able to help a lot of, marketers and business owners really clarify and simplify their message, because they just want to ramble on and on and on and talk about, we're unique for this reason, and we've been in business for 85 years, and blah, 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 blah. Like, don't talk about that. Just speak to the desired end result, okay? Speak to the value that you bring. Make that statement of value, okay? It doesn't mean that unique selling propositions can't still be helpful. If you're in a very crowded marketplace, if everybody kind of looks the same, if you're in a commodity-based market, then yeah, it can be helpful to say, here's what makes us different. Here's what makes us unique. But I would try something instead before you go that route, okay? Especially if you're in a commoditized market, especially if there's a lot of competition. Instead of trying to differentiate yourself from the competition, just talk to your customers. Just talk to your customers, look them dead in the digital eye, and say, here's what I want to do for you. This is the value that we bring. Let all your competitors out there bicker over who's the most differentest, right? And you can actually be the one that says, while they're over there kind of squibbling and fighting and like they think that like they're better because that one's red and that one's blue, and you can be like, that's adorable, guys. Pat them on the head. Talk to your customer and say, I want to tell you about the value that we bring. That's what you're doing with the statement of value. Okay, so with that kind of background, let's talk about the structure. And the good news is the hard work is done, right? You've already identified your market's ideal after. We did that with the before and after grid. The heavy lifting of this particular part of the process is done. We now just need to take that desired after and distill it into the statement of value based on this formula. So this is the formula for a statement of value. Product name. Hopefully you can figure that out on your own. Enables customer. Now, just to be clear, it can be very appropriate to create a statement of value for your overarching brand, right? It can also be very appropriate to create a different statement of value for each different product that you have. Because if you have multiple products, very good chance that those products deliver a slightly different value. It can also be appropriate to craft a statement of value for each product based on the different customer avatars, because maybe the value that one of your customer avatars gets is different than the value that it gets from another one. So you can create this like crazy matrix of value statements. I'm not suggesting that you go there yet. Right now, I kind of just want one. What's the main product that you're thinking about launching right now? What's that kind of main flagship product that you want to get out and go to market with? That goes in here, enables customer, either your largest customer avatar or maybe a kind of a summary of all of your avatars. That's kind of what we did in the one I'm about to show you. To experience or enables this customer to have whatever the ideal after is, okay? A summation of the ideal after. So this is your action item. I want you to craft a statement of value for your product or service, and then I want you to go and I want you to add it to the center of your launch grid. You've completed the outsides, right? We've already selected the customer avatars, have them in, we've got the channels, we've done the before and after grid and have plotted that into the Launch Grid Planner. Now it's time to fill out this middle. And so since we're kind of walking through this example, talking about our product, which is Digital Marketer HQ, I want to show you the statement of value that we've crafted here at Digital Marketer for Digital Marketer HQ. And again, you'll see it is just a summation of kind of everything down here in this after state. You'll see a lot of these different words being pulled over. So let's go through. Digital Marketer HQ helps marketing leaders transform their ordinary marketing teams into well-oiled sales-getting machines by streamlining and automating the onboarding and training process, giving these leaders more time to focus on exciting and important strategic initiatives and less time focusing on employee drama. Okay, now that is a heavy statement, right? And this isn't necessarily designed right here as it stands today to be a headline on a page. It's pretty chewy, right? There's a lot there, but if you look, Digital Marketer HQ, product name, helps marketing leaders. So if we go over all these different customer avatars, they could all be kind of lumped into the marketing leaders category. Transform their ordinary marketing teams. Remember, they have a disorganized team, right? I didn't want to say transform their disorganized marketing teams because I didn't want the statement of value, if it were read by a customer, to be seen as a negative on their team, right? So the statement of value is written so that if it were read by a customer or it could be spoken to a customer, they wouldn't be offended by it. Now, to say an ordinary marketing team, well, the reality is ordinary marketing teams are disorganized, right? Also, nobody really wants to be ordinary. So we're transforming ordinary marketing teams into well-oiled sales-getting machines. So they want their marketing teams to actually get sales. So well-oiled sales-getting machines they'll have a well-oiled machine. You're seeing that come in. By streamlining and automating the onboarding and training process, right? That's what we're talking about doing. Streamlining and automating, giving these leaders more time to focus on exciting and important strategic initiatives. Remember, they want to strategize and coach up the high performers, right? Those are those exciting strategic initiatives. And kind of built into that, they're focused on exciting strategic initiatives. They're respected, they're up for a promotion, and less time focusing on employee drama because nobody really wants that. So do we get every single piece of the after brought into it? No, that's not the purpose. We do want just kind of one really, one kind of tight statement that captures as much of it as possible though. So once the statement is here, it can then be read to your team. This is what we do. This is the value that we bring. It could be talked about to investors. You can take pieces of this and make that the headline on your page. It could become the talking points. It could become an aspect of the elevator speech. In fact, a statement of value is the ideal structure for an elevator talk. It's not like, weird. It's Digital Marketer. We help marketing leaders transform their ordinary sales and marketing teams into well-oiled sales-getting machines. Right? Pretty simple. You could also imagine the sales page, or the primary home page for Digital Marketer HQ, saying at the top something like that. We help transform ordinary marketing teams into well-oiled sales-getting machines. That would be a pretty good headline at the top of the page, right? Because it speaks to that ideal after. So packed into this one statement, this one or two sentence phrase is going to be everything that you need for your headlines, your elevator pitches, even email copy can be packed into this. There's a lot here, okay? So don't be surprised if it takes you a little bit of time to figure it out, to really kind of condense this after state into this one little box. But take the time to do it because it's absolutely worth it. This is a phenomenal asset when it's done. And when it is done, I want you to share it, okay? So your action item isn't just to write your statement of value. I want you to share your statement of value with somebody who cares about your company, your brand. Share it with a business partner, share it with a key employee, maybe a key vendor, maybe a longtime customer. Read it to them. And you nailed it when they smile and say, yeah, that's it. You got it. That's you. That's when you nailed it, and keep working at it until you get that smile. Okay? So that's your action item. Once it's completed, I'll see you in the next lesson.